Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, and welcome back to a bit more Tales of Phantasia. Last time, we formed a summon pact with the light elemental Luna, and then went to help Midgard in their fight against Daos. And eventually, well, we defeated his entire army, and invaded his castle to take him down personally. Man, my phone is ringing at the worst times here. Alright, we defeated Daos, but then he got away through the blue time travel star magic thingy. And we decided to chase him down again by figuring out how to time travel ourselves. And we learned through Edward de Morson's notes that there was an ancient city of Thor that has a machine set up for time travel apparently. But before we could travel back to the future, if you will, we needed to make sure that magic still existed in Cress and Min's present time. So we went to find a unicorn to power up Min's healing spells to rejuvenate the mana tree so it would still exist, well, 100 years from where we first fought Daos just now. Then we traveled back to the future and encountered a weakened yet still very powerful Daos that was just released from the sarcophagus where it was sealed in. We defeated him again and, well, all seemed well, until meteors rained down from the sky. And another time traveler from 50 years in the future informed us that Daos was still up and running. So we traveled 50 years into the future and are now preparing to take him down again. So that is the recap as to what we're currently doing. Welcome back to Tales of Phantasia. Where is my... there it is. I'm using an unusual scene, which is why I'm not used to switching there. So yeah, the current objective is quite simple. We're going to aim to defeat Daos. How do we do this? Well, first of all, we'll have to get back to figuring out how to even get to him. Which is going to be an ordeal, because this time he's not just out in the open, he's kind of hiding, which is reasonably smart. But also, we need to kind of get to Alvan's stuff first. Because we got time traveled and located back to Cress's hometown. Apparently for the expressed purpose that, you know, Cress was supposed to see a little bit of his home, where he used to be, and how it looks basically 50 years in his future. But the problem is, of course, now we have to travel all the way over there, and there might be some complications arising from that concept, or a lucky coincidence, who knows. There's a slight complication, the ships can't leave the port. Daos keeps attacking the ships, so... Did we happen to stop by Euclid? No, actually we did not. But there is a research laboratory in Cress's old uncle's home. And in the basement here, there's a secret research laboratory where they are trying to figure out how to fly. And they have constructed these flying machines called Riarts. I might be getting ahead of myself because the cutscenes are not advancing that fast. But yeah, these are the flying machines here. However, there's a bit of a complication here. They need enough energy / power in order to be able to power these Riarts to be able to fly. It seems like a bit of an oversight if you wanted to use flying machines. But thankfully, Clarf can form summoning pacts. And there happens to be a summon creature called Volt, kind of in the cave south of Euclid here. Effectively more or less where the original mausoleum was, where we defeated Daos in. So we are given the Sardonex ring, which I think is the one that... Actually no, we have the Topaz ring. Why do we get the Sardonex ring? Either way, we are allowed to form a summoning pact with Volt, and... let's see whether we can do that. Before we go, let's go ahead and restock on supplies. Apparently I already did that. Yeah, I already did that. And besides that, we don't really need to buy anything else. Well, I suppose more holy bottles would be handy. Do you sell holy balls? You do. That way we can just walk through areas. Let's see, more rune bottles as well, so we can transform and power up items that we pick up along the way. Let's go. Alrighty. So, we are just now walking through Vault's Cave. Now, worth noting that there's actually an entire little side quest-ish thing going on if you play the PlayStation version or the Game Boy Advance version. That is not in this version yet. This is just going to be us entering Vault's Cavern, and I'm leaving and re-entering just to reset the step counter so I don't get into encounters quite that early. And we find a holy bottle. I forgot about that part. Right. Now, Vault's Cavern, there's a few like side areas that you can enter, and in order to open these doors, what we have to do is we have to equip the ring on somebody, the Source's ring to be specific. I'm also going to give you a battle rune so you can deal a bit more damage. So, activate the coil contraption. Pick up a random book that I probably won't need. Maybe I'm just gonna sell it for a bunch of money. Over here, we can also step onto this plate. What does it do? I don't remember, but I think it opens up a door or activates a coil in the next room. Either way, there's also these rooms up here. I believe these don't have encounters, but there are 2 lavenders in here, which I believe these are the ones that increase your attack power. They only increase your strength by 1, but we can use a rune bottle on it in order to make that too, powering up Chris a bit more than he would be before. Then I think my next objective is down here. Yeah, alright, so here's the catch. These coils here don't work, and the door only half opens. So we have to hit the switch here first in order to open up the door all the way. I use a holy bottle just before activating this, because this gives me more steps until we get into the encounter. We now have 250 steps from this point until we get into an encounter. Down there is just a bunch of food. As mentioned before, food is a very not so fleshed out and useful mechanic in this game in particular, so I just tend to ignore it. This, by the way, the sign tells us emergency exit. We don't want to take that, we kind of want to stay in here. Oh yeah, I forgot about that part. I need to hit this switch. There's a switch on the left side. This one is broken. And that door closes too quickly for us to be able to use it, I think. Oh, this opens the door on the right side. There we go. The left door I think is technically slightly out of reach, so we would not be able to make it over there. There we go, this is the switch I need to hit. Which is going to open up the door just back down there on the left. By the way, this game does have positional audio. I think Twitch... Oh, there's an invisible barrier, I remember. I think Twitch tends to just downsize everything to mono, but I want to just point out that I hear like the directional audio, so to speak, from one side or another. Sylph Broom, a new broom from Archie, if we wanted to use that. Interact with the sign, even though it doesn't look like it. I press the A button there. There we go, now we can go over here, pull the lever. And this, I think, opens up the door for long enough now to be able to enter here. So now we can save and encounter Vault. There's a... Oh, right. I remember now. You have to activate the coil on the right side first, and then work your way over here, keeping this thing active, and then go in here. Don't know why, but that's just how it is. Hey, look, 2 chests. Would be nice if we could just fly over there. Either way, let me set up the formation a little bit differently. This could be a little bit awkward, but it should be fine in the long run. We want to protect Clarf, so he can actually cast Maxwell on this encounter. And kind of like most summon monsters, Volt here is challenging us to a duel for us to prove our worthiness. But also, we have no idea what this guy is saying. I love you. But also in front of Volt there are these Arurons. Arurons? I have no idea what they're supposed to be. Oh, it's Alraunen. What is an Alraunen? Alraunen is a plant, also known as Mandragora. Ah, there we go, that's the connection. Either way, sorry, I'm getting distracted here. Volt is all the way over here. He does absorb lightning-based damage, so I can't use my lightning. But I can just try to use my Fury Slash in order to get rid of the Alraunen enemies. Maxwell is going to deal some good damage. Volt, I don't know if he will start casting spells right away, but this way we interrupt him anyways thanks to Clark. Also, my Fury Slash has enough range that it will just punch straight through this guy. If we don't get blocked. It's kind of funny. I think I put a ring on Clark that makes him immune to lightning or physical attack. I don't know why he takes 0 damage right now, but it's very convenient. Oh, Mint also takes 0 damage. Wait, is it the armor? I think the holy armor might actually absorb all the damage Volt does. Either way, I think just Fury Slashes from here on out should be sufficient. Also, I'm gonna tell Mint to use her Pico Hammers again. That way we can potentially stun this guy. And then just use the Gale Shield to deal massive amounts of damage. It is a very slow attack and I'm basically open to all sorts of retaliation, but you can just try it, eventually it will work. Alrighty, we get another Jade Ring for more MP cost reduction. And Volt is convinced that we should be, well, contracting with Clarth, so... Spirits of magic, I beseech you. Grant me a pact. Spirit of electricity. I don't know the exact wording, I'm too slow at reading. But either way, Clarth now has the electric elemental Volt in, well, his arsenal, so we'll be able to power up the flying machines. Also, wouldn't it be nice if we could grab these treasures? And here we also have a little bit of a character interaction where, you know, we have been traveling with Archie for quite a while. However, technically speaking, for Chester, Crest just disappeared and immediately reappeared. And now he has completely new friends that are way more powerful than him. He feels a bit left out and left behind. It is actually a lot more fleshed out in the PlayStation version, but Chester is just kind of being mean to Archie for no good reason, is the short version. We get another Jade Ring and some more question mark armor from that chest. So yeah, Chester is trying his best, but you know, when you're so much weaker than the new friends that your best friend picked up in 5 seconds, you might feel a little bit left out. Either way, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my rune bottles, if I find them, on the Jade Rings. I don't think I will be using all of these, but they also sell for a lot of money. Can also identify the armor. This is a star cloak. I do believe the star equipment is basically as good as it gets for equipment in general. So I could be using this to great effect on some of my characters. I'm actually just gonna identify. That's Mithril Mesh that I just got, and a Rune Rod. This weapon here is a Thunderclap. We have 2 porno magazines as books. I do believe some random enemies tend to drop these, which is why we got 2 of them. Could also possibly be one of our D&D party members that kind of got his backstory adjusted a little bit, who is a wizard with a grand library, but because he was missing for a bunch of sessions, we just kind of made up certain things. Well, I say we. I was just listening. Alrighty, we have Volt as our big friendly electricity dude now. And this is kind of all we need, let's put it this way. I'm going to go ahead and clean out my inventory real quick here. I'm just gonna sell all sorts of stuff that I won't need. I'm also gonna stock up on holy bottles so I have more encounter reduction for the future. And more rune bottles because I used a bunch just now. You know what? I have so much money that I could actually just start using all the strength boosting equipment pieces. Well, I say equipment, but like, use them on the rune bottle. First of all, let's just equip our friends here. Equip Mint, she gets the Star Cloak, so she has really good defense now. Grimorum, sure, you can get a Grimorum. And Chester, you don't get anything new, that's okay. Gonna sell all the things that I probably won't need. In case you're curious, I believe we do need the pickaxe still. I don't remember why, but I think... Oh yeah, in the ice area. Either way, don't sell the pickaxe. I don't need the holy cloak, I'm gonna sell that one. I don't need any of these. That is for your own use, not for me. Oh yeah, there's the medicinal herbs I picked up in the unicorn forest. In the future, they are extremely expensive, so this is a ridiculous amount of money. There's also a thunderclap axe. I don't actually want elemental weapons, preferably. Neutral element is better, because that way they can't resist my element. Mithril mesh we don't need, we have better equipment by now. Longbows is our whole equipment. I keep the basilisk scale just in case I want to heal outside of combat. Mantles don't do anything, Mecha Halberd is all equipment by now. I'm gonna keep the black onyx for increased maximum health. I don't need to sell the fairy rings right now, maybe some other time. I will also not use the moon phalanx anymore. At this point we have the Damascus sword. Alright, that's all we want from here. Now, let's do a little bit of menuing here. I'm gonna roost a rune bottle on the Verbena. These normally increase your agility by 1, which I believe is your chance to hit. If I use a rune bottle on it, it increases my chance to hit by, well, agility by 2. And you cannot transform these into the strength equivalent, unlike the other transformation things. What's this one? Oh, the Yellow Kings. We got this book quite a long time ago. I just never bothered to identify them, so I couldn't sell them either. Here, the lavenders increase my strength by 2 when I turn them into red lavenders. Anything else I can do? Not really. So this is kind of as much as I want. Oh wait, where's the elven boots? Down here. You can turn elven boots into nightmare boots. These increase your movement speed in combat by 50%. So this allows me to more easily reposition backwards and forwards. I'm gonna use these over the defensive cat's paw boots? I don't know what I would want to call those. So I'm gonna actually equip the defense Persian boots. That's what they're called on Clarf and Chester. We will need this again, but not right now. I'm gonna give you jet boots so we can run still. Alright. But before I forget about it, let me actually use the red verbena and lavender. I'm just gonna use these on Chris. This will make him deal quite a bit more damage, although I did actually skip a bunch of these that I could have picked up along the way. Alright, that's all the menuing I wanted to do. So I'm gonna go ahead, stock up on rune bottles again, because I will always be able to use those on like healing items in the future to boost their potency as well. Speaking of healing items, I think I just used like a flare bottle and that's it. Yep, alright. Let's go ahead and acquire our flying machines. Hello, friends. So, there's only 4 flying machines, but we are 5 people, which might complicate things, but thankfully, you know, Volt can not only just power up the flying machines in order for them to be able to fly higher and further, because... Oh, actually, I think I remember the story now. Those flying machines were normally supposed to be used for, like, short-distance travel. This is why they need more power through Volt. And thankfully, for some reason, the same power-up that can be done on the flying machines, the re-arts, can also be done on Archie's broom. Because, well, we only have 4 flying machines. And Archie's broom is just good enough for her to fly anyways, but normally also not that high and long distances. But now, we do have her flying alongside, which is great. Also, a very neat little in-game explanation as to why we can just take the flying birds anywhere we want by using this wing pack, which just shrinks them all the way into very handy size. And now, this is where we get to the end game of Tales of Phantasia. Harrison decides to just go over to Albanista through other means? Or did he get his own re-art as well? No, you don't need to explain. I actually completely just missed that dialogue there, but basically we're gonna meet Harrison and the others in Albanista, and he somehow manages to get over there by himself. Either way, he has the means. I mean, he could just go to the city of Thor and just teleport, I guess. Then again, that city of Thor is different. Alrighty. We can change the orientation in camera, or we can just fly sideways. Which looks a little bit goofy, but at least for me personally, it's way easier to navigate. Just holding down the Y button and navigating sideways. This is also slightly slower. And there would be a lot of places I could go and visit now. Emphasis on wood, because I'm just gonna go to Albanista. Welcome back to Albanista. Who are you? Legend has it that the ancients at Thor captured Aska, the light spirit. Hard to imagine any counter being that powerful. Aska? I assume you could get Aska in this game, but it's actually not on the main menu. What? Who are you? No peasants allowed. But we are Harrisons. You heard him. Get lost. Just a second. These people are honored guests of the royal family. I mean, let's be real, these guards are actually doing the job. They're the ones our lives are depending on? I know, they're just children. I do say these guards have a very reasonable, point. We are still kind of a very, very, very young group of adventurers here. And Runeglom is still alive. If you remember, he is a half-elf, and despite having met him 150 years ago, he is still sticking around and kicking as the advisor of the king. And Chester's just, who is this guy? This is kind of where, well, we get reintroduced to the royal family here, because we have not met this king, because this is 150 years in the future from where we have been here. So this is quite something. King Louis IX. So, okay, I think the baseline story here is now that we are trying to find powerful enough weapons to be able to defeat Bells. They're supposedly in the kingdom of Odin and the kingdom of... I forgot what the other one is. Either way, there's 2 countries where they have very powerful swords, and if we can combine them, we might be able to lock down Dals, so he can't just teleport away again, and so we will be able to defeat him for good. At least, that's the plan. Fenrir, there we go, that's the other one. So, right now, we kind of have the choice as to where we want to go. Go to the Kingdom of Fenrir and Kingdom of Odin. Do you guys still do the music thing here? They do. And yes, this is actually how it sounds in the game, because they slow down and speed up the music if you talk to them. This music system in this game is really ridiculously advanced for the Super Nintendo, because they can pitch shift on the fly, they can speed up and slow down, which... There's so much attention to music in this game. It's great. It is also really good music. Alrighty, so order of operations. Where do we go first? Fenrir or Odin? I think I usually go Fenrir first, because then I can also go to the city nearby. Well, or the city that is right there. I believe this is here. And 3 is a kill. Yeah, I think that sounds about right. Over here, I would be able to restock if I didn't already have. Welcome. Nobody sells the heavier shoes anymore. Huh. Oh, my Sophie. She sells just food. But the little guy is generally the more interesting one. It's totally ineffective to use ice magic on this continent. All the creatures have adapted to it. Yep, that's a fair point. Alrighty. I think this is where I normally stock up on some more efficient equipment. Oh yeah, here we get the laser blade. I do believe the laser blade has some uses, but actually, because it is elemental, it's actually not good against the upcoming boss, if I'm not mistaken. It is good against some things. You can also generally get some equipment upgrades. So I think this is a good time to use one of my 2 Lotus perfumes, because I'm just gonna pick up a laser blade. I don't remember where to... Oh, I don't have it. I have enough money, it's fine. I don't remember where I tend to use these items. Actually, no, the Lotus perfume is probably well spent here. So reduce the shop prices by 50%. Laser blade costs 100,000 now instead. I could buy a crescent bow, but we're gonna get a better bow for him sometime. I mean, I have the money, I guess. Upgrading to metal plate and gloves. And a knight helmet. A festive ribbon for Archie. We already have holy cloaks. I could also buy armor for Chester. Why not? Okay. It's a lot of money spent, but I think that's okay. So, just gonna equip everything, except I'm not actually going to use the laser blade. The Damascus sword is just generally better. And just to actually get some more defenses. He's still low level. Maybe he'll survive someday, but maybe not. We'll see. And Prof. Ness. Welcome back for a long time. Welcome back for 87 months. And I'm glad you enjoy your stay. I hope you're doing well. This is the Church of Fenrir. Door's locked, so how are we gonna get in? Well, you dare to defile the Church of Fenrir. Turn back now, or die a bloody death. Did it just unlock? What was that? Well, we're not going to find out just standing here. Do we really have to do this? This place gives me the creeps. So, it turns out that our ladies here are actually very strong, because they just shattered the door. How hard did you push? But yeah, parts 1 and 2, and as well 3 here, will be on YouTube, so if you'd like to watch these, I'm gonna highlight those after today. Welcome to the Church of Fenrir. With gigantic glass panels all the way up. It looks kinda neat. Alrighty, hi. And this is the Guardian of Fenrir's holy weapon or something like that. He challenges us to visit him. So we do. Welcome to the underground passage in the Freezer area to Fenrir's Cavern. And this is one of my 4 favorite songs in the game. I absolutely love this song here. I think this is called Chilling Cold or something. Either way, there is an armor here. I believe it is a star helmet, if I'm not mistaken. Actually pretty good defenses. Might as well equip it, but we need to identify it with the rune bottles first. It's a paladin helm. Oh, right, that's why I don't normally buy a helmet here. I remember now. Paladin helm is just better defense. So gonna use a holy bottle here. It is frozen, we can't move the lever. Right. We need to unfreeze it first. I forgot when exactly this would happen, but here we are. Actually do want this rune. We need to use the Sorcerer's Ring. And then the thing is actually hot, but the second time you can interact with it, it's fine. It's biting cold, that's what it is, thank you. It is so good. Alrighty, welcome to this place here. It is quite the lengthy area, and as you might be able to tell, there's these torches here. We need to light them up in order to proceed through the area down here. Believe... oh, I missed one torch. That's okay. I overflowed the step counter. Alright, here we get... is this the star clock I'm thinking of? I know these equipment pieces in here are really good. Yeah, this is the star clock. So we have the second one. Connect this over to Clark here. It's gonna give him a pretty significant defense boost. Also, let's see. Instead of Persian boots on him, I just remembered what I should do is I should give him the aquamarine ring. I believe ice and water is the same element in this game, and this one here is gonna make him immune to ice and water. I'm not entirely sure about that. I'll actually just double check if there is an ice element ring. Fire, light. No, I think that is what it is. I think you use the aquamarine ring. So this statue here is a little bit frozen, but we can easily unfreeze it by just using the Sorcerer's Ring again. Apparently Sorcerer's Ring is electricity and fire. And then we need to actually push this statue here, because the wind is currently blowing. If the statue wasn't here, the torch here would actually get blown out every single time again. So that would be inconvenient to open up this door. I think we just keep going left. Right, this is the big, like, 4x4 square area. I don't remember what the treasures are in the side areas. Armlet. What was an armlet again? But I remember there being like some interesting spells. Decreases the amount of time one is rendered unconscious by half. Okay. I don't know what unconscious means. Maybe for when you revive somebody by a life bottle that speeds it up. I actually don't know what that thing does. There's a charm bottle. Ah, right, we get another one. That's what it was. Although I think the speedrun does not pick this one up because it was just not necessary at this point anymore. It's a book of spells. Archie learns Tidal Wave. Right, I remember. The original speedrun route actually went here first to pick up Tidal Wave before going to the fireplace, which is Thor's. There's another Black Onyx, which is worth a lot of money, or we could just use it for 30% increased HP. The Silver Cape is not really that worthwhile in comparison to all the other items we have. I think this is the last side room. This one doesn't have anything. This should be the exit here. Oh, I was wrong. It's one higher. It's not a repeating endless forest or, well, like Lost Forest thing. This is actually just a large area. Alrighty, now we have a few choices as to where to go. There's a question mark helmet in here, so you kind of might go here and just get stuck and don't know what's happening. If you don't interact with the thing that is just in front of you, you might just kind of feel like, oh, I can't go through here, and go the other way, which is fine, I guess. Alrighty, we're gonna give the star cap over to Mint. Just gonna give a little bit of a defense increase. Let me actually see. You have a very old equipment piece, don't you? Yep. So, and here we get into a big little, well, a decently sized spiral. And usually this is where we get into an encounter. And we have a Kim here. Don't know what this thing does. It is healing from lightning. That's alright. Oh, Chester is just healing this thing too. For 1,000 each hit. And you can't tell Chester... What? You can. You tell Chester to just not attack? Defend. Okay, I can't tell Chester to not attack. This is kind of the big issue. You can't switch weapons in combat. So if you happen to have the wrong element on your weapon and you just heal the enemy instead, this is why I prefer a neutral elemental weapon rather than using the lightsaber. So, I'm not sure that comes through on Twitch or YouTube's. The water sound was just on the right side here. Flipping the switch made the water drain from this little pool. And now we can actually walk down these stairs thanks to having flipped the switch first. Then afterwards, we actually want to flip this switch, which opens the door just to the left of us. Actually, I think it opens up a door somewhere around here. I believe it's this one? No, I was wrong. Stepping on this will freeze the water now. I think the switch on the right actually moved the water over here. I don't know why they just flipped that switch. It is important for some reason. Either way, freezing the water means we can now walk on the water. Which does mean, if only we could move the water back to where it was in the pool earlier on the right side, which now we can, we will be able to go ahead and walk over there now. So, the water gets flooded back into the pool on the right and immediately freezes. Just like that. I'm getting into one encounter here, I think. Or not, I think this room has no encounters. Alrighty. And when you arrive here in a casual playthrough, this... Oh, there are encounters in here, I was wrong. Clark. I meant to tell Clark to cast Maxwell on the dude on the right. Haha! Good job, man. Everybody gets stunned. Actually, I think the accessory probably reduces the stun time by half here. That's probably what it does. Also, Clark just got knocked out by a dude attacking us from the back, but I can't deal with it right now. I guess. Uh-oh. Alright, Chester, can you attack again? Chester can't attack. Alright, just against a few levels. And we're getting murdered here. There's nothing over here. I was just curious. I think it's the room just above that has no encounters. Either way. Here's what we want to do. We want to pick up Clarf and Mint real quick. And we also want to set up our formation. We're gonna replace Chester with Archie because we'll want to have her here. We're gonna put everybody in the back. Slightly ahead of Clark here, just so Mint doesn't get bumped into Clark when we get knocked back. Heal everybody with Nurse. Recover my TP. So I can use my skills again. Clark and Archies. Alright. This is fine. Then I don't think I need to do anything with equipment. We're okay as we are, because this is actually a pretty mean battle. Up until now, most battles I could just solve by using Fury Slash with Cress. But this thing is just mean. Like, it attacks so quickly and keeps interrupting my moves that it is just better to have Cress be on the defensive and try to keep this thing as far away as possible. To be specific, the way I'm gonna do this is I'm going to tell Archie to only ever cast Fireball. Nothing else, not even the Firestorm, Indignation or Tidal Wave, just Fireball. Because this does not get an animation and Archie casts these spells pretty frequently and reasonably quickly. So, I'm gonna tell her to use many spells and just keep casting spells. I'm gonna tell Mint to keep throwing her hammer as well, and let's see how this is going to go. Welcome to you, Handemiller. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to Fangbolf. Alrighty, this guy is strong. Clarf is immune against most of his attacks thanks to having the Aquamarine Ring, and he's going to also be doing the most damage here with Maxwell. So, I'm trying to keep this thing away. I'm just going to keep using Phoenix. Archer's going to keep using the little fireballs to push him away as well. And this is all I'm doing here. I'm literally just repeatedly using the Phoenix attack, literally just to stay away from him. Like, you can use Fury Slash on him, it deals good damage, but he also has really high evasion, so chance to hit on him is not great. And honestly, Maxwell is just such great damage on this guy anyways, we should be fine. Uh-oh. That's 1,000 damage. Come on, Maxwell. Nice. This was getting real sketchy right there. Alrighty, we have proven ourselves worthy. And we get the Warple Blade. This is a very powerful ice/water-based sword that we can use on Cress if we want to. Kinda like before, I just tend to prefer using neutral elements unless I know which enemies are gonna come up. So that's kind of all we need, so let's get out of here. You have powers beyond what you know. Look inside yourself. Oh, right, I actually forgot about this. We also learn new abilities, the Soul Edge in this case, which... I think Soul Edge is actually pretty decent. I don't remember exactly how it works. I'm just gonna equip it here. But this is one of the better abilities that are not Fury Slash. Where is Soul Edge? Oh, it's long range. Wait, long range is good, isn't it? We're not gonna use Lightning Bolt anymore, basically. It's outlived its usefulness. Here we go, Soul Edge. I think this is the... Is that the teleport attack or is that the other one? No, that's the running up and doing, like, an AoE. It's pretty decent. Either way. Now we need to get out of here. Yeah, the run when you run up, attack and do things. Cress learned this fighting game, maybe. And he's really good at it, apparently. Because he needed to just look inside himself. So now we just need to walk all the way outside. And if I just zigzag here... Oh, I forgot there was a chest in the middle. Aquamental, not really worth picking up. If I just zigzag here, actually eventually we'll just get to the exit. Right around here. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, right. We don't have the Solstice Ring equipped anymore because Arch is in the team. You know what? I'm just gonna keep Arch in the team and replace Mint for now. Alrighty. Oh, I needed to bump one more corner. That's okay. What do we have? Ooh, maybe that's not okay. Luna, Archie, and they would like for you to use Tidal Wave. Tidal Wave probably doesn't do much. Indignation. Laser. I love Luna's animation. That's the soul edge that I'm using right here. I think Maxwell might be better. Then I also just called cut off breath because why not? Whee. Yes, they can, by the way, and just teleport away in the middle of the spellcasting animation. It's kinda rude if you ask me. Oh, that does no damage apparently. Try Volt maybe? Yeah, it's okay. Alright. We survived. Well, some of us survived. We're also poisoned. I literally didn't even need to take a step because I was just right there to get out of there. Also, yes, you can be both knocked out and poisoned in this game. It's kind of mean. Alrighty. But beyond that, we survived. So that's good news. Let's go ahead and heal up a little bit. Grab my holy bottles. Wait. Oh, this guy it was, wasn't it? He sells medicine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna heal up everybody. Actually, I will need Mint in this upcoming section here. So she is really, really important. It's also important that she has the fairy ring equipped, which she does, which is nice. And just gonna have her heal up everybody. And I'm gonna use orange gummies to recover all PP. That way I don't have to go to the inn because these things are cheap enough anyways. Alright, there we go. Welcome to Noor. Hope you're doing well. Okay, now we have one part of the powerful weapon that we are supposed to get. Now let's go and grab the other one. You know, this was kind of an icy area, so let's go to where the opposite is, the desert. You might have actually seen this tower here, or at least like this section over here, and you wondered, wait, how do you get there? Well, you can fly eventually, although it is 150 years in the future. And you might also recognize the architecture of this area, because this is where Cress was. This is Odin's domain, or was, is, something like that. So, let me tell you, the most important party member we have in this area is Mint. Because this is not gonna be a friendly place. It won't open. Right, I don't remember the sequence of actions anymore. It's like somewhere over here is a switch. Battle skill, question mark arm. I think that's another start cloak. Which is pretty good. Oh, that's the switch. Best dungeon. This dungeon is very stressful because you have to be focused. Oh, it still won't open. Probably the other one then as well. Oh, do you just go here? Ah, you just go here. Alrighty, every so often, this is time-based and not step-based. We have to be moving, because we will continuously take damage. I don't remember... In the PlayStation version, you can be immune to... Oh, in the PlayStation version, by the way, you have the same cold equivalent effect, as opposed to here, where you don't have this one. Right, I need to be able to run, so... Because this is time-based, I just need to go fast. Let's see if I remember where to go. And yes, you can die from this environmental damage. This is, I think, generally speaking, where you just keep Mint alive in the speedrun, because that way you have to spend less MP on healing all the time. So I'm just gonna try and zip through here. There is an item that prevents the environmental damage, an accessory. I think, however, you get it by fighting random enemy encounters around here. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Mint is... This is why I call Mint the MVP. She's just carrying everybody all the way through this area here. Wait, did I not hit the switch on the left side? I forgot, didn't I? Oh. Walking time. I believe it's 1/8 of your maximum HP every time it ticks, so... It's quite a bit. And yes, you do run basically with a low-level Mint through here. Wait, this is not it? Did I not hit the switch on the right? Wasn't there an item you had for the desert area? I don't think so. I don't remember. My memory is terrible. Either way, if we get into an encounter here, we're in big trouble. 1, 2... Yep, I forgot to hit this one. Good job, Yaga. 3... 4... 5... 6... And a safe room. I don't think it's safe from encounters though, but I'm not sure. Alright, we move on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If Mint has, I think, a HP amount that is divisible by 8, she actually dies in one tick before, but her HP amount is not divisible by 8. We should be fine now, probably. because there's no encounters in here anymore. But we need to defeat 3 of these clowns in these rooms, so we do actually have to revive everybody. Welcome back to the team. Thank you for the carry mint. And I need to real quick find something very important, which is very relevant to this situation right here. Give me one moment, because I haven't found or used this one in years. I wish Jazz Guangxi was here, because she would have the thing probably still. It's not here. Uh-oh. Alright, maybe I'll find it later. I have a really nice picture where Mint is just KO'd on the floor, but the little MVP sign is hovering above her head, which is quite important to note that she's just carrying everybody. Alrighty, another thing I need to do. I need Archie to cast Ice Needle. Just to interrupt the enemies here all the time. And that's kind of all I need Archie to do for the most part. I think we could also cast Andini, but I'm not sure how relevant that is for the most part. So let's see how this is going to go. The guard to the Flamberge. Alright, Clarf, I need you to cast Maxwell on this guy in the back, because... Oh. Why are you attacking the guy in the back, Chris? This is unhealthy for us. Oh, I forgot there was a dude in the back here from us. So these Djinns here in the back are very, very dangerous. And he might be able to cast. No, he's just hiding. Oh, this is where I actually want to use the Warple Blade to deal ice-based damage. Hit him once? Nice. Good job, man. Thanks for the heal. Yeah, I needed to equip the Warple Blade here. This is very unhealthy. Oh no, this is why. Min survived. Actually, can I get silence on this guy? Are you fast enough? Yeah, this is going sideways very quickly. Oh, he has no more TP. Very nice. I'm gonna probably survive this though. Yeah, these things are strong. Thankfully there's no ticking damage. And they can only do that explosion thing once, I guess. Those carries are weak to ice, by the way, so the Warple Blade would be a fantastic choice here. And there goes all my TP. It's gonna jump again. Stop. I basically deal no damage outside of Fury Slashes. The catch. Ooh, and I'm gonna get murdered here. I have 1 lemon gummy, I probably should use this here. This is 60% of my HP healed. Oh. Turns out it wasn't necessary, but holy moly. Hey, we get 2 Salamander's ring. Now we'll be able to run outside safely. Because these are the ones that basically negate the ticking damage. And it also negates fire damage. So I'm just gonna equip this Salamander's ring on Cress. Oh boy, that was a lot more nail-biting than it needed to be. Because I forgot that Warple Blade is here where you want it. This is literally twice as strong compared to the other weapon I have. I'm also gonna equip a Salamander Ring on Larf here. That way he's immune against fire damage as well. Gonna give orange gummies to you, and here we go. Alrighty. 2 more of these fights, but now we are a bit better equipped thanks to the Salamander Rings. And I'm also gonna be a bit smarter about where I position who. I did pick up Tidal Wave, right? So I could actually just have Archie try to nuke these enemies here. Oh, right, Archie. Don't cast on your own volition. No. Try to interrupt this guy. Archie. Cast Tidal Wave. Trying to target the correct enemy is quite difficult. Alright, Clarf and Thresh should be fine. Oh. Wait, are we not immune to fire, I guess? I thought I was. Clearly not. At least my regular attacks are now dealing 1,000. Oh no. The druid is smacking me with the rod. Stop. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'm getting destroyed here. I'm just ignoring the Jin at this point. He doesn't do anything anymore. Well, I guess he does have a physical attack, huh? Man. I was wrong. I thought he was immune. Lionheart learned. I don't remember why, but I remember... Oh, right. Lionheart pushes all enemies back. That's what it was. Which I think is actually pretty potentially good here. Well. Man, I'm not doing well here. Oh dear. Alright, Clark, you're gonna get your... Ruby Ring. Wait. Maybe it doesn't protect against fire. Oh well. You're gonna get a Salamander Ring. And you're gonna get a Salamander Ring. This is fine. Maybe? We have one more of these fights. And I think the problem is just the dude behind us that just keeps interrupting my attacks. So I need to immediately go and try and deal with him. So I'm sorry, Mint, but you're gonna be tanking for the spellcasters here. Tidal Wave, Clark, Maxwell. That was not as much damage as I hoped it would be. Tidal Wave. That's really good damage there. No, you interrupted Archie. You mean? Alright, that attack was very important to interrupt this guy so he doesn't cast his eruption again. Let's pick up Mint in the meantime. Oh, that just finished. Alright, I need to wait here before advancing the dialogue, otherwise Mint is not gonna get revived. Welcome back, Mint. Oh my goodness. I entirely forgotten how strong these things are, to be completely honest. Alright, we have salamander rings on everybody except Clark right now. That's good. We take 1 tick of damage. And this should be the last one, right? This was much better than before, so... What I can do is I can go to my settings and use targeting for semi-automatic. That way I can just press left and attack the other guy instead of having to awkwardly press the Y button to target the correct enemy. Right, tidal wave, Larv, Maxwell. Hit the druid once, please. You're not gonna hit the druid. Please resist it, Archie. He did not resist it. Okay, he just barely is going to interrupt the Jin spellcast right here, so that's good. Oh no. Oh my goodness. I'm getting destroyed again. Okay, 1 down. Archie survived this, I don't have that many link bottles. Yeah, right. Must go for try asking, I guess. Alrighty. I have bad news for you. You have no TP remaining. Okay, I thought it was 3. Turns out it was actually 4 that I needed to defeat in order to open up the path for the actual boss of this area. Well, at least the most difficult part is done now, right? Oh, I also need to use Holy Bottle. Did I already do that? It doesn't matter. I get outside anyways. Thankfully you do get to save here, and if I'm not mistaken, even though Warple Blade seems ridiculously powerful here, I think Damascus Blade is actually better here, because this thing I believe resists ice for some reason. Alrighty, welcome to Flamberge, or Flambalk. So the entire point of this encounter is here. I'm just gonna try and push her into the corner and use Gale Shield on her. She is really strong, attacks really quickly, and I'm not gonna survive for too long but if she just keeps attacking. That's the short version. Archie, convenient enough, is in fact hitting her from there, and good night. Oh my goodness. This is not going well. I'm dead. She's casting Indignation. That might knock out Archie here. 4,000 damage. Wow! This did not go well. So Flambalk, I do remember, has the potential to just combo you and just attack exceptionally viciously, and there's nothing you can do about that with the low amount of equipment we had at this point. And that's just how it is. I do actually believe you do in effect bring in Chester here. Oh, Chester is dead. Never mind. Because even the characters that are in the back of the party don't survive easily. I need to just put myself forward and hope I can hit this thing before it can nuke me. That's the short version. Casting spells here is kind of not all that helpful for the most part. think I just spam Fury Slash and hope for the best. Yeah, I think this was the strategy. Just hope that Flambeal doesn't do that. Oh, I didn't set Archie to be repeatedly attacking, did I? That would actually be quite helpful here. I thought I used Gale Shield on here, but I remember now that this ended up being way too risky. But eventually we'll whittle her down here, right? Oh, we did actually. And we learned Magma Rift. This is another ability that does have very specific uses. Oh boy. Yeah, Chester in the party and Archie just keeps casting like her Isaac Needle to interrupt Flambeal in whatever she's trying to do. But I guess I got lucky enough that this ended up working out anyways. Alright, we acquired Odin's Flambeach. So, we now learn Soul Wave. I don't remember what this does. I do believe this is the close range attack. Well, I guess I might as well try it out. Either way, thankfully we do have Salamander Rings now, so I can't just walk outside without getting interrupted by the damage over time effect here. At least I think that's what it does. Oh! Wait. A ring with a fiery stone renders the bear immune to cold. Ah, that's why it was. I forgot that this is immune against cold. That's why it didn't make sense. You need to use a bottle on the Salamander Ring to turn it into a Nymph's Ring to give me immunity to heat. That's why it didn't make sense. Alright, now I should not take damage. There we go. Jeez. Yeah, that's what it was. I forgot about it. I should have read the description. There are some various little treasures in the side rooms here. I think some of them actually pretty decently good, but I don't have the resources to pick them up, neither do I know which ones are particularly worthwhile picking up. I believe at some point I built the first run I saw by Japanese runner. Actually went in one of these side rooms picking up like plus for Archie for some reason. I don't know if they have like any special properties, but it didn't seem worthwhile to me. But we're out of here. That was a mess and a half, but we survived, which is kind of the important part about this. I believe now we just go to Alva Mista. And rest up, bring the party back together. And now we have also the two legendary blades. I probably should have tried whether the Vorpal blade was in fact not better than using the Damascus sword. Because I'm actually not entirely sure about that. I thought remembering that the Damascus sword was better because Flambeal has resistance to ice, but I'm really not sure. So, I actually don't exactly remember where to go, but I think we need to report back to Runglom now. Before proceeding. Also, somebody should have the sprint shoes. Whee, there we go, can sprint again. Do you have any new techniques? No. 18,000. Bolt Crash. Oh yeah, that's right. I was thinking, hey, if I learn Magma Rift early enough, I'm gonna try and get 100% and see what the combo attack is about. But I would need to use Magma Rift so many times. I'm gonna save that for another time. Rune Blarm! Wait, where are you? He's not here? Do I need to just go to the Elven Forest right away? Are you here? Okay, I think we just go to the Elven Forest now in that case. Buy something, will ya? Yes, more holy bottles so we don't run into enemies all the time, and rune box filling back up. Alrighty, now let's go back to... Can I use 2 battle runes? Oh, this increases accuracy still. I didn't realize that there was a point to equipping 2 battle runes, because apparently... Well, I knew the damage wouldn't stack, but apparently the accuracy stacks, so this actually could be reasonably worthwhile. I'm gonna use the Nightmare Boots though for faster movement. I'm gonna give you a battle rune until we need the Sorcerer's Ring again. Actually, you know what? You're gonna get the Sorcerer's Ring. This is fine, and you... You are going to get the... Fairy ring, so your TP cost is halved. I think that's gonna be fine. I'd like to buy some more supplies, and then we go to the Elven. Actually, you know what? I can buy those in the Elven Forest as well. So the Elven Forest should be just a little bit south over here. If that's where I need to go, I guess I'll figure it out as I go. See, 1, 2, 3. Use a holy bottle. Step into this guard's range. Oh, we can't take Archie with us. Well, but we can't just leave her here. And Archie goes, oh, it's fine, I'm just gonna stay here. Are you really going to stay here? No promise? Hey, no promises. Alright. Archie, in fact, is going to stay back this time. Which also means I think my party got rearranged again. I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Maybe? Yep, that's the wrong way. Good thing there's no encounters in this forest. The only reason why there's no encounters in this forest, by the way, is because I took 3 steps, then used a holy bottle and then stepped into the guard's range, which effectively negated all encounters due to overflowing the step counter for enemy encounters. There we go. Are they just gonna let us in? Yep, we could just waltz right in here. I guess these elves are old enough to remember us. That we are, in fact, well, allowed to be in here, because these should all be the same dude still, in a sense. I have a great many medicines. I will need all of them. I always have the mixed gummies, I guess. Alrighty, we have supplies again, which is very nice. And, importantly, if you remember, there was a little point at the very beginning of the game when we got teleported back to the past, where Chris had a little bow. Also, this is 150 years after, supposedly, Archie's mother took her place for when she was supposed to be executed for a half-elf to enter the Elven Forest. The innkeeper secretly hands you a star broom, specifically for Archie, of course. And, well, they did not have it in them to actually kill Archie's mother. So, the elves in here are not monsters, they are just trying to uphold their rule and distance from the humans. And importantly... Oh, right, I sequenced this wrong. Importantly, there is like a Fletcher somewhere. Oh no, the smith here. This guy is going to repair Chester's bow. He will need a day. And Cress kept Chester's broken bow all this time. So we're gonna repair it for 20,000 monies. And we need to go, well, come back next day. That would be the correct sequence of actions, so... Now we're gonna rest. We could also talk to the elven leader. I guess quote-unquote leader. What do you have to say, sir? It's you, it is, isn't it? Didn't you visit the village well over a century ago? Yeah, it's been quite some time for you. We've begun allowing humans into the village freely. Almeister's king has been instrumental in orchestrating the beginnings of an alliance between our culture with his patient understanding of our ways. But half-elves still aren't allowed inside. Many of the other elders fear that we'll see a repeat of the Midgard disaster. What do you mean? Although the half-elves were given the gift of magic by their genes, they were raised in human culture with a very human mindset. They can't always be trusted in matters of extreme magical importance. Almost all the scientists working of Midgard's mystic canon were half-elves. They just don't understand what a precious, fragile and destructive gift magic really is. What are you talking about? Of course half-elves in Midgard had human ideals. You can't expect half-elf to have ideals you'd adhere to, when you are the one refusing to have anything to do with them. They had to go somewhere for guidance, didn't they? The country of Midgard accepted them when you would not. If you ask me, elf culture has been neglectful of its own offspring. So it's basically just kind of this entire political thing, I guess you could say. But yeah, they are working on repairing the relations, but simultaneously, at least the older elves are still stuck in their ways to an extent. They are trying. And now we'll receive the elven bow. This is where you would normally put Chester into your team, I think, for the first time, at least in my original route. And he was like level 3. Let me put it this way. He has like 100 attack power. Now he has 1,778. Oh, we get a shield ring. Sure, why not? Shield ring is the only shield equipment I think we can equip on non-Cress. And the accuracy is through the roof, yes. Like, that's kind of the best part about this. Accuracy means that Chester just doesn't miss for the most part. Like, if his arrow connects with an enemy, he will hit them, and that is extremely helpful. That's kind of the short version right there. Because he deals really, really good damage now. Despite being level 14, despite not having any abilities, he hits like a truck. Alrighty. This forest is more or less the exact same again. And if I'm not mistaken, I am supposed to combine the Flambert sword with the Whirlpool sword. And... that... Oh, actually, you combine the 3 relics of the ancient technology, or the ancient sites, of Odin, which is the Flambert sword, Fenrir, which is the Whirlpool blade, and the diamond ring, actually, from the city of Thor that we got after defeating these robots earlier. I believe the forest is the exact same aside from the enemy encounters, they're just much stronger. But the items you didn't pick up the first time through, you could pick up now. Alrighty, but also, there's gonna be a little bit more. Remember when I told you that you should be paying briefly attention to the screen? Well, let's see. This is the place of origin to move the weapons together and get them back to their original setup. And of course Archie couldn't just stay behind, she is just going to fly in because she can. Also, Origin here. He is in fact also a summon spirit. I see you arrive bearing both the Firebrand and Vorpal. Are you ready? Yes. And immediately encounters us in combat. Alrighty. These are spooky. We're gonna have Maxwell cast. Actually, I think Origin is the one thing that does in fact absorb Maxwell. So... Oh wait, this is where... Actually, I think the Vorpal Blade was good in the previous encounter. And I goofed that part. Okay, this is Soul Wave here. Oh, I needed the Gale shield, didn't I? Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, I can't hit Fury Slash on this guy, he is hovering up too high. But, thankfully, Chester hits like a truck. Yeah, if I had the Gale Shield, I could actually just corner him and just knock him out. Oh no, Chester is dead. I need to have Chester be a little bit further back in comparison. Oh, I need to not hit him with that part of the attack. Origin is weird, I think it absorbs all what is considered neutral element. Alright, Chester should be fine now, just hitting this thing from afar. I'm just gonna sit here and tank whatever he's throwing at me. It's fine. Also, Chester, just go berserk, just keep attacking. No aiming. So yeah, the Elven Bow coming in very handy here. Hey JP Erics, welcome. How are you doing today? Ow. Bing. I love the little hammer just going boing. Right, I remember now. You use the Vorpal Blade on Flambilk, but then you need to switch it out for the Damascus here, because otherwise Origin will heal from your attacks. Or actually you deal just very little damage, it was. That's what it was. And Chester gains a few levels here. Alrighty, we have in fact defeated Origin. Unbelievable, I actually lost out to a bunch of mortals. Well then, what can I do for you? I'd like two things. First, create the eternal sword from these two. We've collected both the Flambirch and the Vorpal. Second, I'd like a contract. We need to bind Daos to this time in order to kill him. Daos, he's a toughie. What's so funny? The entire world is at stake. Oh, please. You humans can be so self-important. And so narrow-minded. Why? I bet you haven't even thought about why Daos is here, have you? Or who he even is? Where he is from? His methods and reasoning are far beyond your comprehension. He's right. We don't know all there is to know about Daos, but there are too many people who are suffering or dying by his hands. We're just trying to save our world. We are just trying to save our world. Well, regardless, we did defeat Origin in battle. And we get what is more or less the best sword in the game. The Eternal Sword. And we don't just get the Eternal Sword, we also get its capability of being able to teleport with it. Teleport, Soulstrike and Soulforge. I actually don't know what Soulstrike and Soulforge do, to be honest, so I'm gonna check those out. But Teleport is insanely powerful as an attack. Mostly for its utility, because you literally teleport next to an enemy, deal a good chunk of damage and teleport back. Unless you don't get hit in the middle of it. But he can actually use this at both long range and short range, which actually makes it really, really good as a ability. Plus, Flarf actually now has an ability that he can use aside from Maxwell. This is to summon the King of Dwarfs, Origin. And Origin is also a neutral element like Maxwell and just hits much harder, and the animation is shorter too, so it's kinda nice. Let's go back to Alvanista. Ah, you've done it. So, in the meantime, Runglom and his friends have been active too, trying to figure out where dolls would be located. So, there's a town called Ari, or Ari, that is kind of in the deep north, in the place where it is forever dark. And we know Dolls is operating from somewhere over there. So, well, that's kind of where we're gonna go. Order of operations. I need an Eternal Sword, which I can equip now. It is really good. I'm also going to go ahead and check out the Soul Forge. Oh, Soul Forge is a combo move. Soul Edge and Soul Wave. And Soul Strike. Ah, that's what it is. Either way. Lionheart actually would... Oh, I remember now. Use Lionheart to push enemies together. So they can be nuked by spells. Because basically you run at the enemies and just push them all the way back. I remember now. That's technically useful. I don't know, I'm just gonna use Teleport, both long and short range. And Soul Edge, I guess, is fine for long range. I'm gonna use Lionheart, just kind of push enemies back if desirable, and Furious Lash is just really, really good for like a powerful move that just hits once and has a reasonably short wind-up time. Alrighty, our next destination is Ari, or Ari. Deep in the north somewhere. If you remember, we have been here earlier, and even further north, we find the everlasting darkness. It's freezing. Let's see if we can get the room at the end. Right, but before we do that, there's two things I need to do. I like this music. Alrighty, I believe these guys here actually tell us... Hey, you're Cross, right? His Highness told me that you're looking for dolls. And we think he's somewhere on the island, but we can't prove it. I wish there was something else I could do. There's actually something we found on the body of a demon we fought on the mountain. Please, take it with you. And we get a Deres emblem. This is gonna be important. Very important. We also sell food. Right. No thinking slay the spire. I mean, it's a fun game. Alrighty, I don't remember if there's any good equipment to be had here. Up, up, attack, down, down, attack. Wait, I don't actually know what that refers to. I know there's combo moves in the PlayStation version, but I don't think they're here. I don't think any of these armor pieces are actually all that useful, so we're just gonna leave them here. Alrighty, let's get to the inn and take a rest for a while. It's cold. What's wrong, Mint? Chris, can we talk? Can I talk to you alone for a few minutes? What is it, Mint? I'll tell you later. Just meet me outside, okay? Okay, I'll be out in a few minutes. Huh? Where did Mint go? She took a walk. Too cold outside for me. She's holding something in her hand. Alright, after getting comfortable, Clark goes, "What's wrong with?" Nothing, I'm gonna step outside for a bit. Hey, I'm going too. I really prefer to go alone, okay? Bye. What's up with him? Something's fishy. Crest too? It's way too cold for these old bones. How nice it must be to so young and full of life. He's like 27. Oh, please. You're not even 30. Yeah, whatever. He's ancient for anime standards, I guess. Well, it's still early. We should what should we do to kill some time? And then Clark has an idea. And I think this is one of the most the cutest parts of any cutscene in this game. He's calling in Origin. And he's calling in a favor from Origin. Because he would like to check in on a place where he hasn't been in a long time. He would like to see a scene from the past. And he's a little bit embarrassed about it, because he, you know, he hasn't been home in a while. Can you guys give me a little privacy? Why? What are you going to see? Like, come on, it's private. What would you like to see? Mumble, 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 mumble. You don't need to be embarrassed about that. Everyone can tell. You should be shouting that as loud as you shout my name when you call me. Regardless, here we go. Turns out Clark is a little bit homesick, if you will. And he does have a partner all the way back in Euclid 150 years ago. And he's just wondering how she's doing. And Runeseeker, thank you so much for 41 nuts. Glad you enjoy your stay. Goodbye, children. Yeah. Clark is not just far away. He's in an entirely different time, so... he was curious. And turns out, she does seem to feel the same way. She's just going to wait. What are you doing, Chester? I was going to check on Crescent Mint. What? What do you mean, what? I swear, you're like total opposites. Well, at least we agree on something. Why are you always so mean? Me mean to you? Ha! Ever since we met, you've done nothing but purposefully get under my skin. To think when I first saw you, I thought you were kinda cute. When you first saw me, you thought what? Nothing, never mind. But yeah, there's a certain dynamic going on between Chester and Archie, and it's much more fleshed out in the PlayStation version, where Chester is just feeling really behind because he's so much weaker than the others. And at various times when you go to an inn, he's just going out and training. Like, he's not resting, he is just practicing and actually just straight up gaining levels while you go to an inn, which is also kinda neat. Also here, Cress finally meets up with Mint, who was just waiting out in the cold for him. So, what did he want to talk about? Take a look at this. It's... an earring. The earring he got when he was able to escape thanks to it out of the prison, where he found Mint's mother, Meryl, dead, strung up. and he didn't want to tell Mint about it. This is also where he got the unicorn earring, which belonged to Mint's mother, and she did find them on him when Cress passed out after we escaped the sewers and he jumped in front of a snail that was attacking Mint. And she took it, so since then she knew that her mother was gone. She can't believe that she didn't get to say goodbye to her. But Mint is still happy about Cress's decision because, well, it was the right thing to do at the moment. Hey, it's snowing again. Can we please go back inside where it's warm? Oh, shut up. Yeah, there's a bit of translation, fan translation, liberty taken there, I would guess. But the general vibe is reasonably accurate. Either way. Now, after resting here, we get the information that they have in fact figured out where Davos is remaining. They can't find out how to get there. We just know that he's somewhere on some form of a floating fortress. We also get the mana earring. This is one of Mint's items that she can use. The unicorn symbolizes mana, enhances one's mana power. I mean, I feel like it's just appropriate to give it to her now that she actually wears it. And that thing is really good. But it took her that long to be able to confront Cress about it. I think that's okay. Either way, let's stock up on supplies and basically for the last time get everything we need in order to move up to the final encounter. Do I need more iron boots? Not really. I'm just gonna buy some. I have the money. In case I want to transform those into defensive equipment pieces. Thanks, come again. This is also where I'm finally going to use up the rune bottles on the mixed gummies that I have bought a long time ago, never end up using. I'll actually order this by time acquired, and then here's what I do. I'm gonna use this on iron boots, and then we're gonna use this on mixed gummies, and mixed gummies should now be at the top of the inventory. We now have miracle gummies. They heal 60% HP and TP whenever I get to use those, and stocking back up on mixed gummies. And we have all the items I need. Let's go. The final dungeon awaits. Of course I need to fly over this little distance. Actually, I think walking is fine. It should reset my step counter anyways. This is the second of my 4 favorite themes in the game. Mint's theme is the third. What was the last one? I don't remember. So, thanks to the Eternal Sword, we get to reveal Dahl's location. And the previous castle, or Dahl's castle, was large. This dungeon is huge. And I don't remember where to go through, so this is gonna be a little bit awkward. Just as I thought. How are we going to get there? Thankfully, the Eternal Blade actually gets us there, kind of just like that. Whoop, 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 whoop. Welcome. And of course, he doesn't leave his castle unguarded. We're gonna put Cress forward, Gonna put Chester somewhere behind him to be able to have him cast spells. I'm gonna finally go and tell Clark to not use any spells except for Origin. Origin is really strong. It does cost a lot of TP. However, with the Fairy Ring, we should be fine anyways, being able to just have him cast this more or less permanently. Chester is giving us the Jet Boots if we wanted to run. I don't think I need to run. So I'm going to actually give him the Persian Boots so he takes 30% less damage. And Nightmare Boots for being faster is a good choice, I think. Let's see. But I remember how to go places.
I can't believe you made it this far. It's so sad that you've got to die, though.
Alright, this is a pretty mean enemy here. The Dark Eye is decently strong, and I think it casts something like Meteor that will nuke everybody except Crest because he has enough max HP to survive. But the plan is to have him, you know, not do that. So I'm gonna allow Clark to just keep using spells, use Flare Bottles on Crest, and just try to hit this thing before it can do anything. The most important part is that we just have this thing not survive. Also, yes, that graphic glitch with no Origin is just normal. That's just how it is. Hi Spirits, thank you for the raid and welcome everybody. Welcome to the end game of Tales of Phantasia, where I'm trying to not die to all sorts of enemies because I have not played through this game in quite a while. This is a Super Nintendo action-ish RPG, and it's the first one in the Tales of series. And this is the final dungeon, which is kinda mean, but this Dark Eye here definitely cooperated in a really nice way. I'm not gonna complain about it. This first room here has no encounters, but now, this room here, we have 255 steps until we get into another enemy encounter. Oh right, I forgot. I need to open the door first. She's in this door here. Wait, I was wrong. Holy bottle found, can't carry anymore. I'm gonna lose my holy bottle aura here because I keep going the wrong way. Is it up here or is it on the right side? Ah, it's here. This is the lever I need to pull to go in the door on the right. I don't remember what's over here. Let's see. Star Shield. Oh, actually that's really good. This gives me a good chunk of potential evasion. We haven't upgraded our shield in a while. This is so much better than the previous one. Have I ever played the PS1 version of Phantasia? Yes. I like the PS1 version. I think it's a much better casual experience. But for some reason, actually mainly combat gameplay-wise, I actually prefer this version. I like how... what's the word? Unforgiving it can be. Like, that's just something for some reason that appeals to me. Alrighty, let's see. How do I need to do this? I think I need to go through here. There should be a book of spells. Archie learned Meteor Storm, right. Origin by Clark and Archie using Meteor Storm are basically the two best spells that we can have for these upcoming encounters. So I'm gonna exchange Mint here for now. Move you forward, and this should be a fine formation, I think. We're gonna tell Archie that she is free to cast whatever she wants as long as it is Meteor Storm. That's the short version. Meteor Storm is ridiculously powerful. It does cost, however, a lot of TP. But we should have a decent amount to work with in terms of TP regeneration items, so we're probably gonna be fine. You don't need a Salamander Ring anymore, so I can give you actually a Fairy Ring to cut that TP cost in half. Both Origin and Meteor Storm do cost a lot in terms of MP, but they are powerful enough to warrant using them. We can't go back through this door, by the way. We actually have to go back around. At least I think we do. Maybe we don't. At least I remember just going through here. There's also a question mark armor that we just got. That is a Star Cloak. And I think Archie could use an upgrade in her armor. Yep, that is a lot more defense. We are low enough level that the armor might not matter, but we'll see. Wait, I went the wrong way. I need to go in here from the right side. Okay, we have 2 Seraphims. We should be fine. Random encounters in here are scary. So the downside here is that, well, they are casting the spells, but they should be casting the spells on the enemy on the back. Because otherwise... Actually, I'm gonna just tell them to not cast spells unless I tell them to. Because they will just waste a ton of TP on relatively weak enemies. But yeah, if you ever want to play Tales of Phantasia, I think the PlayStation version is overall like a huge upgrade. Alright. That was a very friendly encounter, so that's nice. And this is where it gets a little bit awkward, because what I'll have to do is I have to equip the Darius emblem I got earlier. And the Darius emblem prevents us from getting snatched away by this hexagram on the floor. And now we just have crest to work with. So that's gonna be a little bit awkward, but we should hopefully be fine. Hopefully. This could be real awkward. Persian boots for defenses. This is also where I'm going to use, instead of Fury Slash, actually going to switch over to Magma Rift. Because it is a much quicker attack. It is not as like reliably strong as Fury Slash, because the attack comes out in 2 hits, and part of it is fire damage. But I'm just hoping that is going to be sufficient. Because what we have to do is we need to go and find more Darius emblems for the entire party to be able to get through here. And there are various places where these chests are. I don't think I need these chests. What's in here? Helm and a book. I don't need any of these. Use a holy bottle. I need to absolutely not get into any random encounters when I only have Cress. Because we are already going to have to fight these guys here. Alright, wish me luck. These guys can be super sketchy. I'm just immediately going to use teleport and attack. Teleport basically teleports me to the Hanzo enemy, and it deals really good damage. Hanzos have the habit of occasionally just teleporting away after getting hit. This guy was just super friendly. That's amazing. Wow. So this is 1 Darius emblem. We need 3 more. There are random encounters in here that can rarely drop the Darius emblem as well. So that would be another option of getting them. Alright, we have to fight 2 more of these. Use a flare bottle to increase my damage. Uh-oh. These guys love to run away, so unless he locks me into melee range with him, like this is where I use the Magma Rift, because it is really fast. Alright. Nice. We are poisoned, which is less than ideal, but we can easily remove this with a remedy bottle. And just heal up with an apple gummy and an orange gummy. That is emblem number 3 total. We need 2 more. I hope I don't misremember where to use the thing. Either way, as we've mentioned before, you can interact with chests from 1 tile away. If I were to step 1 tile closer, we actually would have to find another Hanzo enemy here. But this way I can just ignore him. Uh-oh. Oh, this is the thing that can rarely drop the item. Another Darius emblem. And this is the problem. Where it gets real sketchy. He can't just continue this. He does not have to stop that. He can just continue spinning in circles. This is super sketchy. Mixed gummies here are the way to go to heal up enough to survive more of these in case he locks me into melee range again. They also can teleport. Thankfully my teleport just kind of reasonably counteracts that. And also the little particles you see flying up are the same particles like in Gale Shield, and they can deal extra damage too. Oh wow. Survived! Didn't get the Darius emblem as a rare item, but I'm happy with just surviving here, not gonna lie. We're also nearing max HP without having to equip an Onyx ring, so that's pretty good. Alright, Hanzo. Whenever Crest uses the teleport move, he always thinks he is talking about Goldines. Something about Goldines? But yeah, this is the main reason why you want to pick up better armor for Crest, because he can't just get locked into melee range with these enemies. And that is very unhealthy. By the way, you can just continuously use teleport, but theoretically Magma Rift is better if I'm close range. But teleport is just more reliable actual damage. Alrighty, there is emblem acquired. Now we need to get our party back. I got Firebrand. Magma Rift. Firebrand. What does Firebrand even do? Throw your blade in flames, wrap your blade in flames and then throw it at an enemy. I don't even know what that does, but I know I need Fury Slash, so I'm gonna equip that. Is Firebrand both long and short range? I don't know, let's just see what happens. I needed to go the other way. No, it's fine. Alright, I do not have a Darius emblem equipped, so I get snatched away as well. Alright, but we are good here. Use the Holy Bottle. Cress is the one person that can actually open up these doors because he has the Eternal Sword. All the others are kind of stuck in there. Oh wait, that's the exit. I need to go and fight my friends before we get out of here. I think this is one. Hi. Welcome back, Chester. I think Flash is on there. Oh no, that's Mint. I'm okay, let's go. This should be Clarth. No, that's Mint. Archie. The Eternal Crowbar, indeed. And Clarth is all the way over here. We need to have some kind of item to counteract that teleport. Yes, indeedy. We have all of those. I'm actually so strongly considering just walking outside to restock, but we should be fine. Right? Either way, I'm actually gonna go ahead and pick up this Holy Bottle right here. Because now that I have used some, I can use more. There's actually, I think, a second Holy Bottle in this dungeon here somewhere. It's a little bit out of the way, but I'll pick it up too. Alrighty, let's see. Party. Just in case I get into an encounter, let's move you here. You go here, that's a fine formation. Also need to use a Holy Bottle here to avoid encounters. And now we... Oh, I'll need to equip a Darius emblem on everybody. Even the one person that is not in the party. So, let's see... There is emblem. There is emblem. There is emblem. There is emblem. Where are they? There they are. And I have to change somebody, doesn't matter who. Get mint in here briefly. Give her a Darius emblem as well. Alright, and we're past. Now we can go back to the previous formation. And equip my damage stuff again. So back to the battle room. You get the fairy ring. Oh, not the fairy ring for you. Fairy ring for you. And actually, let me give you a reverse stall. Reverse stall basically revives the caster or the user in case they get knocked out. Hello, welcome to Tool Listener. Hope you're doing well. Alrighty, and this is where we get to this door. This is why we need 5 people. 1 person in the center, and 4 people facing in different directions. I wonder whether it matters which direction the person in the center is facing, but either way, we did it correctly. So there's a charm bottle here, spy lens, sage, holy bottle, question mark button, question mark helm. I think the helm is actually really good. I don't have any rune bottles anymore though, do I? I didn't go back to buy any. That's fine. Welcome to part 2 of the castle. Let's see if I remember where to go. That's already wrong. I believe there's something over here. Did I go the wrong way? I kind of went the wrong way. It's like 3 switches I need to press. Ah, barely didn't make it. Roaming eye. Okay, we want you to cast Meteor Storm on this guy and Origin. These things are dangerous. Alright, Fury Slash. Nice. Gained a few levels. And we didn't die. By the way, this room here has no encounters, which is why it's like, oh, 3 steps before that? Alright. And here we have probably the most dangerous fight in the entire game. Not even joking. 2 of these guys at the same time. I will be completely spamming my attacks here over and over again until we get at least one of them done. And I will keep telling Archie and Clark to cast Meteor Storm on the guy in the back. Because these guys will just knock out everybody with their own Meteor Storm, by the way. I think Crest would survive it, barely. But it's definitely not healthy to get hit by these. Even though it's a bit slow to use these spells, it is also reasonably reliable. Uh-oh, I got locked into melee range. At least the teleport went to Krez. They can also just straight up teleport to your spellcasters, which is very unhealthy for you. I can hit both of them with Fury Slash if I'm close enough, but it's really dangerous to be this close. Just purely because of their spinning attack. That will just absolutely demolish me. Alright, one down. And two. Okay, that went really well. Like, this was really, really well survived, I will say. I'm surprised on how well that went. Can I give you guys a bit of TP back? That should be good enough. We need to pull this switch. I think there's another holy bottle here. Yeah, that's what it was. It feels like I'm doing the wrong sequence here, though. I don't remember where I need to go. Found some more sage. Alright. Is this the place? Oh no, I actually just need to go back. Life bottles, another jade ring, don't need those. Maybe it's done here? Nope, I literally just went in there earlier. I'm not smart. Okay, if I go over here... There we go. Reset the step counter. Was it straight up now? There was something in here that I needed. Oh, another holy bottle. I remember now. I kinda need that. Then we go here? No, I think we go south. Mixed gummy. Savory. Do we go south? To the right. Through here. Yeah, this looks familiar again. Nothing in that statue. Everything begins from the end. Which is a hint, I guess. So this switch doesn't do anything yet. We need to go to the switch that is all the way at the back first. Uh-oh. Oh, that's the Flambird attack. Origin. Does that actually damage to the Dryad? Oh, it does. Or the Seraphim, I guess. This is an Iron Golem, or Fe Golem. Fe is the chemical sign for iron, I guess. I don't have enough flare bottles for this. Alright, we're here. Always a bit sketchy getting into any encounters here. I think you can get like 4 Hanzos or something crazy like that. Okay, this is the first switch to press. It's a question mark armor. This might be the good armor, but I don't have rune bottles to identify it. Is it this one next? It is. I think there's like another armor down here or something. Reverse doll and dragon steak. Oh boy. Who wants to eat a dragon steak? So yeah, for anybody who may not remember, we have a maximum of 200 food in the food sack, and it just basically heals you as you walk. And it really is not that useful for the most part, unfortunately. Because it just heals a little bit. We have so much HP at this point that it barely dents anything. And the food doesn't give you any bonuses unlike later Tales of games, so it unfortunately is a bit of a very not that useful mechanic in the game. You can get lots of larger fruit sacks, but this thing has like 200 capacity, which is nothing at this point. I don't know where they are though. Alrighty. Open sesame. So, how do we proceed through here? Well, we go straight through the wall. Well, we would anyways. Ooh. Hanzos, and one of them is an assassin. Oh, that's actually a really good attack there. Except that the recovery is really slow. There's only 3 assassins. And 1 Hanzo. Wait, who are you attacking? Good job, Chester. Oof. That's a bit of an unfriendly encounter, but we survived. Alrighty. Let's go through the wall, because this is the most obvious path we can take. And there is one more item we need from over here. The hourglass, there we go. Is there a rune bottle here? No. No, there isn't. I think we go straight up. At this point it's just figuring out where to go. Then to the left. And down. Is it the far or does it matter? It does matter, this is not the correct way. There's another dragon steak. Tasty. I don't know what they're doing in chests. Do we wrap around or do we go down? I don't remember. I think it's to the right here. I'm wrong. Welcome to one of the last areas. Second to last save point. I like these paintings. They look like they're depicting something really epic, but with the pixels I'm just mostly seeing abstract art. I wonder whether this actually would look really good on a CRT monitor, where the pixels would be a bit smushed. It actually might look really good on these. Here it's just a mess. Like, I kind of sort of see what is going on, but not really. We're going higher and higher up. At this point it's just a corridor, no more labyrinth. I believe this room has no enemy encounters. Which means it resets the steps back to 255. Maybe not. Alrighty, welcome to the final set of staircase up to DOS. Oh boy. Let me get Mint in here briefly. just so she can heal up everybody. And this is another one of these fights where you kind of want to stay far away from the enemy, because otherwise he might just nuke you. But let's see how this is going to go. So there's a mechanic I haven't actually quite explained yet in the previous Dolls fight, and that is, I did mention that whenever you deal any physical damage to Dolls, he will heal back right away. Which is pretty unpleasant. However, once he's below half HP, I think it is, he will no longer be able to actually heal back off all the physical damage, and that is when you can start dealing physical damage that actually sticks. But until then, we will need to use magic. There is a speedrunner way of defeating Dolls, but it actually kind of requires either fighting this guy and dying, or not resetting, like saving and resetting from the previous Dolls fight. Because you can effectively coerce him into healing, despite being at full health, overflowing his health value to a really low number. Which is kind of funny when it happened the first time to me. But I'm just gonna try and fight him straight up, which does mean I'm gonna try and stay far away from him. I'm gonna equip... where is it? Gale Shield, so I have something for short range. I'm also gonna equip Teleport on short range again. We do not need Lionheart. I'm just gonna equip Teleport on both, just so I don't accidentally use something that I don't mean to. We're gonna have Chester try to support with fire from the back range, and Cress and Clark are the two that'll need to do the bulk of the damage at the beginning. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna have Chester in the front, and try to have Cress just support the spellcasters by keeping Dolls away or something like that. We'll see. I don't remember whether this is going to work. This is it, Dolls. You've got nowhere to run this time. Look, I've quite a bit of respect for your accomplishments in making it this far. You've proven worthy adversaries. I'm going to make you pay for all the suffering you've caused our planet. Wait! Mint, stay away from him. Perhaps she's come to her senses and has come to beg for her life. Dolls, I want to ask you a question. Many centuries ago, you told us you had no quarrel with us. I don't understand your reasoning. Because you're not harming this planet's supply of mana. If anything, I should thank you for healing the Tree of Life. Why is mana so important to you? Because magic drains this planet's supply of mana, and I need that mana. Mana? For yourself? I don't follow. Are you trying to preserve this planet's natural state? To protect this planet that I hate so much? You must be joking. I'm only here to collect mana. Then you're trying to rule this world using mana's power? Foolish boy. Have I not made it clear that this planet and everything on it does not interest me in the least? I need the mana to create a mana seed. A mana seed? I don't care what your goal is. Thousands of people died because of you. That we can never forgive. Ha! You're one to talk. I hope you're ready for me. Questionable. Alright, Clark. Spam Origin. Archie. You spam Meteor. I'm gonna let you guys just cast as many spells as you need. And I'm also going to set up so Chester is in the front and can hit him with the pack as well. He's trying to upgrade the mana sword. Something like that. But yeah, all that damage done through magic and summon spirits will stick. He's not gonna heal it back. But all the damage I do with my physical attack he's effectively immediately healing back up. So as you can see, he just healed for 2543, which is how much damage my teleport spell did. I just want to stay away from this guy, because he has area of effect attacks that are short range, or, well, he only uses them at short range, but he effectively nukes the entire screen. So I need Crest to not get caught in melee range, because that would be really bad for me. That yell he does, by the way, is him literally just using... or healing back. The physical damage, that's not good. I ran up to him, whacked him and ran back. That is what happens when you just press the A button in this game. You just do that. Let's see, does he still heal? He does not heal as much anymore. I think at like 75% he only heals half of the physical damage we deal. Something like that. I actually don't know the percentage. But we're getting him decently low. Which means our physical attacks are now starting to deal damage. Also Chester, you can just keep going forward and actually hit him too. Also, thanks Shane. Thank you so much for the 69 months of support. Welcome back, and I'm glad you enjoy your stay. Alright, Crest just kind of got caught up in front, and everybody else is trying to move up to Crest, so I need them to not do that. So I'm actually changing the formation, so theoretically Crest is in the far front, so they don't move up to me. Because I need to get away from them. Oh, I'm petrified. Right, he can do that too. Let me replenish my MP, use a mixed coming press. Also heal him a little bit, I guess. Alright. I think he's no longer healing. I can try to get Chester further ahead as well now. Oh, we win. We gain some money and gold. Money and gold. Experience and gold.
It's over, Rouse. You've lost. You think the death of this body means you think that the death of this body means anything to me? You're so narrow-minded. I will never die.
The floor is gone.
Enough. The timer's come. Mother Gaia, Father Chaos. Give me strength.
Alright. Okay, so this is a really weird boss fight. Unfortunately, it is not particularly well fleshed out in this version. Rip Chester. This reduces my defense, I think. But yeah, you can't hurt him while he is blue. Alright. I need you guys to stop casting spells at this point, because they're not gonna do much. And he is blue right now, which means I cannot touch him. However, what I can do is I can use the chronoglass to just walk by him. And the funny thing about this is, the only time you can do anything is when I'm in front of him. So he got so all-powerful, but the downside is, he doesn't see anything behind him. And he is also stuck in place, so he can't turn around. I think I randomly figured this out by accident at some point. That he can just walk behind him, because he just kind of kept bumping me around with all of his attacks, and at some point it just zipped behind him, and suddenly he stopped attacking me, which was definitely quite fun. The speedrun also tries to keep Chester alive here, to try and get Chester behind Neon Dals as well. But yeah, bye. We gain a ton of experience and even more money. Why isn't this the end of the game? It actually is. It is misleading, but that was it. He can no longer teleport away. We lock him down with the origin sword. It's really over. It's almost hard to believe. Will it ever really be over? Dolls. My death is inevitable now. So please, listen to what I have to say. Why did we have to fight? What do you mean? I never wanted it like this. Believe me. Please. I can't believe Taos is fighting to save his planet. From a perspective, well, he was the hero and we are the villains. So yeah, the overarching story is basically that Taos came to this planet to gather enough mana to grow a mana seed that he could send back to his dying home planet, so his home planet would survive. However, humans mostly were just kind of using up mana with the mystic as well as the half-elves that just kept out using all the mana, so mana and magic was about to disappear from this entire world. Consequently, he initially tried to be diplomatic, as I understand it, and tried to stop like humans from just using up all the mana. He initially tried to be diplomatic, but eventually, he became desperate enough that he didn't feel like he had any other choice aside from just brute force. If they don't willingly stop using mana, he has to prevent them from doing anything. He made some various pact with the underworld and the spirits therein to try and, well, just stop this entire thing. Also, if you go to Midgard in the future, Midgard is actually leveled to the ground. Mystic research is actually not intact anymore. The implication is that if they continued researching Mystic in Midgard, which by the way is the meteor storm that happened in the present, just leveled Midgard, the implication is that This is one of the big reasons why the mana tree survived to the present and the future, because they were no longer actually, well, using up mana faster than it could regenerate. And here, Mint, she's just going to give this a try. Step back. I'll place a barrier over the tree to prevent it from being hurt again. Now the tree has a future. So yeah, in this war... Oh, sorry. Talked over Mint. She just cast barrier. So in this war... there were no villains. Well, aside from me, the Black Knight dude. But mostly just victims. Thanks to the Eternal Sword, return us to our rightful time. Or, well, specifically Cress's and Mint's rightful time. And Chester. If you remember, Archie and Clarf, well, they will probably have to go home too. I think there's supposed to be music here. And here is kind of the bittersweet goodbye, I will say. Archie and Clarf are the people that we kind of met along the way, and while initial standoffish, Clarf definitely helped, and while a bit aloof, Archie was definitely quite the asset to our endeavors. And kind of have to send them back to where they came from. At least for Clarf, he has, you know, a partner that he needs to return to. But also, he is human, so... it's not like they go to some other place, they just go to another time. They will not see Clarf again. And for Archie, well... while she is a half-elf and will survive, for long enough, if you will. It's gonna be 100 years for her until they can meet again.
Eternal Blade, I beseech you, take us back to our rightful time.
Goodbye, Clarf. Archie also went, well, I'm so powerful now, nobody's going to stop me from seeing my mother. Which... well, it's a bit of a bittersweet ending. And while Daos didn't succeed in the end, not in the way he wanted, he ends up getting his wish anyways. Martel is using all of her energy and what remains of Daos to create a mana seed to send back to his home planet. So maybe it might not be too late for them yet. If you think about it, it has been 150 years at the point where Martel would do this. Maybe it is sufficient, maybe not. Goodbye. There's actually something I forgot. I believe if you hold the L and R button, you actually get different credits music. I didn't do that. But yeah, I really like this game. And pretty much every time, Clark just having to go back home, more or less leaving his friends behind in the far future for him, that he's not gonna see them anymore. It's just, well, how it ends up being. Those Mode 7 transitions are wild. Anywhere the SNES crossfades between different Mode 7 shots. One of the two is a bunch of sprites. Yeah. I don't really know the intricate details of this game, but I just know that doing all these things on an SNES is pretty ridiculous, apparently. Like just visually, as well as audio. I believe this is also one of, what is it, 3 games that uses like a full 32 megabit, or was it 64 megabit of a cartridge space? Which is a lot for the Super Nintendo. The other 2 games I believe are Star Ocean, which was basically developed by the same team that made Tales of Phantasia, even though it's under a different name. I think that one is Wolf Team. And the other one, I think, is Dragon Quest 3? Basically a remake of the one on the NES. Also, a little bit about the epilogue. So what are you guys going to do now? First, we've got to rebuild Totus. Maybe then... Then what? We'll go visit Archie. Can I go too? You're part of the team now. You don't get away from this, Mint. Of course. It just wouldn't be the same without you. This is one of like 2 or 3 songs you actually cannot select in the sound select. This one here. And it does go on for quite a bit longer normally. But Welcome to the end, everybody. This was Tales of Phantasia for the Super Famicom with a fan translation. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening and for lurking. I hope you enjoyed your stay, and hopefully until next time. Take care, and have a good night.